Jazikanika Siwana Luxembourg. And this is out on the travel so yeah, the travel so best you begin dress like 7, 8 dayo to sa kalacho. Chinga analize begin dress so. He go de studiedale studiano in yero. Sanale studiane au Dene Yati sanale mayetado. Por ello na paz es intereses ni. Por ello así Dune Yati echalani vamos que somos.
Nechalani ahul sana. Good evening, salot ina edlarot. Say hi, say what's up, Dogo. It's your with Ozzy. Let me know. It's always cool to see where you're all tuning in from. Masito, si Willis Janvier, Hushet, Ninte, Las Tuazi, Alash, Saskatchewan, Clearwater River, Dene Nation band member, the Heslu, and Dunzinega, Treaty 4 Territorial, Noal Hutati Dana Dlihasa. Yeah, Dunzinega, I got a guest for you. Wait, Taylor's in Janvier, Alberta, Fort Mac, Lac La Biche, Plamond, and everywhere. Any there, dog. And there's the Dwayne Jean Jr. Julius. It's any Dwayne Jean being is a good McMurray there. Here. It's any sound a lot of Taylor's. So welcome everybody that is just tuning in. And Denedit Ailaza. So tot ina azandre. If you got any questions for this young man who is playing in the WHL Tri-City Americans Helsinki. So, hello, Duhnire. No good Ozzy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Hello, gents. Atlanta, gents. Hello, now, hello, gents. Atlanta, Bonnie, how you doing, Atlanta? Hello, hello, hello. So with that, I will bring him in all the way from Thomas John via Atlanta from East Van, all the way from Chard, Alberta, Chippewa Prairie First, Dene First Nation, Dwayne Jean Jr. Dwayne Atlanta, how you doing, man?
Doing good. Yourself?
Good, good, good. It's a kind of had a rough day. I got pulled over, didn't have a license. I did not know, but here we are. It's okay. Yeah,
That's not a good start.
I know it's not. And then I had 3 hours of class, so oh man. But I had a nap, so it's all good. Yeah. So yeah, I'll just want to say thank you for doing this and coming on my podcast. I know you're interested in doing a lot of this stuff and sharing your experience, but I'll just get you to introduce yourself for the audience and we'll get going.
Yeah, I'm Dwayne Jean Jr., the Tri-City Americans, number 18, Chippewa Prairie, Alberta, and I'm jumping on the Dene Yati podcast.
Yes, welcome, welcome. So, Tri-City Americans, what was that like for you when you first got drafted?
I actually didn't even get to experience hearing my name in the draft. Kind of went through being listed, talking to a few teams, and then got listed by Tri-Cities, and then ever since there, I've been here just grinding away, chipping away.
Oh, nice, right on. That's cool. We'll get on with that a little later on. But tell me about growing up and playing hockey. How old were you when you started playing hockey?
Yeah, I started skating around when I was 2 years old. My dad brought me out to the Castle Downs outdoor rink. Took a stroll around there, and ever since then, I kind of fell in love. He was working a lot, so it was more on the weekends where he got to take me out to the outdoor rink. So while he was at work, when he wasn't at work, he built me an outdoor rink right in our backyard. So I still hear stories to this day where I'd be crying I was crying. I was so cold, but I still wouldn't get off the ice. So, ever since then, I've just fell in love. So, I just want to say, like, if it wasn't for my dad, I wouldn't be here if he didn't give me that opportunity building the outdoor rink in the backyard.
That's cool. You skated before you can walk, eh?
Yeah, I picked up a
Really?
mini stick and a ball.
Yeah,
First, first word was ball. So,
that's how it is. As a kid, you play with those mini sticks. That's all you do in the hallways. You know. What is it? I'm sure you've since then. I guess you. How old are you when you start organized hockey? 6, 7.
yeah, 6, 7.
Where did you start playing organized hockey?
I started playing organized hockey in Fort McMurray. I played for the Fort McMurray Grizzlies, and then actually, it might have been in Edmonton. Yeah, I think it was in Edmonton. I started in Edmonton. I played for the Hawks program outside of the North Side, Edmonton, and then played in Edmonton for 2 years. Moved back to Janvier. Was just kind of driving back and forth from Janvier to Fort McMurray playing hockey, and then obviously on weekends it would be tournaments. So yeah,
It's a lot of travel, a lot of time spent on the highway for to just enjoy the game.
yeah. Obviously, really grateful for my parents for even on those snowy nights sacrificing their life just on the way back, just so I can do what I love. So if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, that's good, Nazum. Good stuff. Good stuff. And what is it like for you? You're always you're from Janvier. Your parents are from Janvier. As being a Dene person, playing in the city. Maybe you're away, or is it just something you enjoyed, so it never bothered you?
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely really hard at the start. I'm a big mama's boy, so being away from her for a while, it really sucked. But I knew at the end of the day that if I wanted to do what I wanted to do, what I love doing, showing up to the rink, showing up to the gym, I knew um, I had to take this opportunity, and the the slow days, the bad days, were gonna all make up into a good day. So it definitely sucks from the beginning, but I mean, it's just the way you look at it. So if if you look at it like it's gonna suck all the time, then it's probably gonna suck all the time. But I looked at it, I'm doing what I do so I can love the game and get as far as I can to be playing, maybe even in the NHL. So I mean, at the start, it really sucked, but it's kind of starting to work out now.
Yeah, it's good. You're playing in the WHL. That's it doesn't go overnight to get there. So good stuff. Good on your parents. Dwayne, and I know your dad for many years, and I didn't know he had a little hockey player on the go there. Never told me about that, and then I had to call him the other night. And, what age did you leave? I know you said you've been back and forth, but it was like, what age did you just, you had to go start living with billets in the city?
Yeah. So I was uh I was 13. I remember it. I still remember it like it was yesterday. My mom drove me up to tryouts, and I just told her, like, no, like, I'm not a city kid. I don't want to be here. I was crying in the vehicle, and I made the team. So she told me, it's either you do what you love right now, and if you don't, you'll probably regret it down the road. So I moved in with my first billet family at 13 years old. I was living with my auntie Evelyn, and then her son Evan was taking care of me, driving me to practice, picking me up from school. So I still remember those days when I was in grade 5, grade 6, my auntie picking me up, and those are really the days I cherish because I look back at it. If it wasn't for her taking me in and just keeping care of me while my parents were working, I wouldn't be here. So um, yeah.
Was that in Edmonton?
No, I was living in Morinville. So I was living in Morinville, driving into Edmonton for tryouts and for us practicing games. And then, yeah, I was even in school in Edmonton on the west side. So it was a lot of traveling, but it was well worth it.
Yeah, yeah. What is it like? You know, you leave the res and then you go into this small, uh, non-indigenous community city, really. And what is it like to experience that? Did you ever feel out of place or anything like that?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely felt out of place at the start. Just a native kid, always hanging out with my cousins. From going to school in Janvier to transitioning to Lacabish, and yeah, there's a lot of Aboriginal kids there. But as soon as I moved to Edmonton, it was definitely a different transition. But I think I think I fell in my place really well, and I know the first couple months were hard, just being really the only Aboriginal kid in the school. So just making that transition, making new friends, it was definitely hard.
Yeah, I bet it. You know, it's probably a lot on a young guy's mind. You know, and to be away from family. And did he ever want to quit and leave and pack it all in?
Yeah, there's definitely days where I was like, is this? I wouldn't really say is this what I want to do, but there was definitely days where I just wanted to go home and just be with my family. Um, but I was also on the good side when my parents, when work wasn't as heavy, they would come down and see me. So just with that, I think that's what kept me going from not quitting. So uh, as I look back now, I'm pretty glad I didn't quit.
Hmm. You would have been at the hockey tournaments everywhere. Yeah. Thousand in a room player, this guy already. That's good. That's good you didn't. It's worth pushing through the adversity,
It
and
definitely is.
you know, did you have a lot of friends, coming into the city, or was it a hard thing to do as well in the beginning, or just your hockey
Uh,
team?
yeah, it was definitely hard. I knew a few people just from playing when I was 4 years old, but hadn't been in contact with them for a bit. And I did a few tournaments here and there with a few teams in Edmonton, so I knew a lot of people, but I didn't really go to school with them. So it was just more me playing against them or them being on my hockey team.
Good stuff. Good stuff, Nizu. How many teams did you play with throughout Edmonton or throughout the years? Because you're 17 now, right? So that was only a few years ago.
So I started really playing competitive hockey. I would probably say I really took in focus probably when I moved to Edmonton. So I started off in Northwest Zone. I played for the Raiders for back-to-back years, and then I moved over to Academy OHA Edmonton. I played there for my first year Bantam, my second year Bantam, my first year midget, and then last year I made the transition back to the major midget league, and I played for the CAC Canadians, and then now here, my first year in the WHL. So
So you just jumped right up, from bantam midget. You didn't even play midget, you said.
I played 2 years. So I played Elite 15s, which is only 15-year-olds, and then last year, just with the lockout season, we only ended up playing 6 games. So
Damn COVID, eh?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's something we're all dealing with still. So, but it is what it is. What do you do? But from what was it like? You just how hard did you have to work? To get to even get noticed. To be able to try out for the dub and get be in the radar.
Yeah, just being noticed. I I really thank COVID at points. Just because with all the training I got to do when everyone was gone, so when they came back, I had a little jump on them. So, but just being noticed, it took a long from the start. I remember I didn't get to hear my name in the WHL draft, which really took a toll on me. But as I looked at it in the big picture, it was go time. So if I wanted to be playing in the WHL like all my best friends are, I had to really put my work boots on and get to work. So um, just with last year giving me the opportunity to be in the gym 5 days a week, skating 5 days while the other guys were playing in the WHL in their bubble. So I knew if I wanted to make the jump into Tri Cities this year, I had to be in the gym. So when there was days where I didn't want to be in the gym or I didn't want to do that extra bike ride, I had to think of, do I want to be like my buddies? Do I want to play in the WHL? And that's all I really had in my mind. So um, I know it sucked at the start, not really being noticed, talking to a few teams, but yeah, it was really tough at the start. But I mean, it's just a mentality, the way you look at it in the long run.
Mhm. Yeah, I believe I remember talking with your dad a couple of years back. You guys were talking with Moose Jaw as well now.
Yeah, I went to Moose Jaw's camp when I was 15. Um, Obviously, didn't go the way I wanted it to go. And then I had a second opportunity. I went down to Lethbridge, went to their camp. Uh, didn't go the way I wanted to. So I came back, re-looked at everything, looked at why maybe didn't go my way, and kind of went from there. And then I jumped back into my Elite 15s year with OHA Edmonton. Had a really good season there, and then obviously COVID hit that late March. Came into last year wanting to make the WHL. Didn't really have any team interests as yet, so I think it was my fourth game of the year against St. Albert. In St. Albert, I had a really really good game, and my agent called me, letting me know that there was some big news coming. So once I heard the big news and the, the COVID hit and everything was locked down, my best friend's mom, Melody LaVenture, gave me the opportunity. With everything being closed in Edmonton and SAS being open, I got to move to Lloyd for a good 2 months, just to focus on my training and working out. So if it wasn't for her and my parents, who knows? Maybe I wouldn't be here where I am right now. So
Mhm. What was some of the feedback from the teams? From Moose Jaw, from the Hurricanes. That you got in the beginning. And how did you
yeah,
take it?
um, you know, it was always feedback on my skating. So I knew I had that. I knew I had that. Like I knew I was a pretty well skater, and it was always you're a bit too small. So finally hit that growth spurt that I've been waiting for, and then when I look back at it now, it was probably because I didn't wasn't putting 110% in the off season. I know, like, I could use an excuse of them be saying I'm too small, I'm not good enough, but it was probably just the effort I was putting in on the side.
Hmm. I remember going to Beardy's Blackhawks tryouts. I was because I was a goalie, so it was, yeah, you're too small. Make it to the inter squad game, and stuck with me, the whole time as a kid and growing up, and yeah, that does. I know you said that when you got drafted, you didn't hear your name. How bad was it for you, on your mental health that you didn't get to experience it?
Yeah, I know it was still an excited day for me. My best friend went third overall, so as soon as school ended, it kind of just really set in that I didn't get to hear my name. So I came home. I was really emotional, but my mom sat me down. We had a good conversation for, I want to say, 2 hours, and she just told me, like, it's either you look at it this way or you look at it the other way. So she just explained, if you put in the work now, you might not see the progress coming really quick, but I know if you put your head down and just train as hard as you can, results will come. So those results finally came 2 years later, and it just, you can't, if you don't see results at the start, it doesn't mean nothing's happening. So you just got to put your head down and keep going.
Keep it going, and I want to go. You want to share with the young people. Hopefully, a lot of young Dane guys. I know there's a few that are playing in Slave Lake with the Slave Lake Ice Dogs, I believe.
Yep.
they're hopefully they're watching right now and taking notes of some of the work you had to put in. And what was it that made you want to do, to give back, even just in speaking? And I know you're busy right now with hockey, but what was that point where I say, I want to help people? I want to help young Dene guys or even Indigenous guys to get to where I'm at.
Yeah, I love giving back. I'm a kid with a big heart, so um, my parents have both teach me that giving back is only gonna give you good karma. So just giving back in general, like starting off with my dad, he has a company, does the water in Janvier, so it just starts from the little things. So if I can give back, if I can give back and be a role model to young Indigenous kids, or even maybe older people, just being able to give back to them and just for them to hear my story is definitely not a it was definitely not a freshly paved highway. So it was more like a rocky road.
Hmm.
So if I can give back and let them hear my story, hoping it gives them motivation to turn their rocky road into a brand new paved highway.
Hmm. It's always good to I like that, to give back because you are, I would say, the first one from Janvier to be in the WHL, correct?
Yeah, and of course, I'm glad I can make that happen. I know there's a lot of my relatives supporting me on, so just being the first one to do that, being actually probably the first one from my mom's reserve too. I know I got a lot of people supporting me, and it's crazy. It's crazy to think that I have this many people supporting me along my journey, and I'm thankful for every one of them.
Yeah, I got a few here. Thomas Janvier is says he's proud of you from Lotela, but he lives in Vancouver. Deadly guy over there, Hollywood of Canada. Just living large. Yeah, And I see, I believe it says you've got 46 games. And what was it like when you scored your first goal in the WHL?
Yeah, actually, I scored my first preseason game. Uh, I remember just jumping out on the ice and just taking it all in and just seeing so many people. I don't think I've seen that many fans watching two teams battle against each other. For me being on the ice and seeing that, so I scored my first goal. My first, I wouldn't say technical goal in the WHL was a preseason goal, but 7 games in against Spokane. Um, I got a pass from my best friend on the team. Actually, he's native as well. Gave me a nice little no look pass, and I seen the puck go in the net. And I kind of blacked out for a few seconds and threw down the biggest salary I think I could have ever done. But it was just I was working so hard to get that first goal, and to finally feel that feeling was incredible, and I'll always remember it.
That's cool. That's cool. How many preseason games did you play?
Uh we played, I want to say 8.
Hmm. Nerve
So
wracking. The first one was nerve wracking.
yeah, I couldn't stop sweating before. I couldn't stop thinking this is what I've been working for, and then to be rewarded with a goal, it was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's cool. Once the regular season started, what was that like for you? Were you just like, huh? It's I'm in the groove now.
Uh, I wouldn't say it definitely took me a couple games to get into the groove. I think I'm still getting into the groove just with some parts of the ice, but the first couple games were I was still really excited. Like, holy, I'm really playing against 20-year-olds and playing against men, and yeah. So it was finding my groove and what I can do to get better and help the team win. So the first couple games was my nerves running off, kind of jittery with the puck, kind of scared to make that wrong move. So as soon as those went away, I found my groove. I think it was probably 5 games in. I finally found my groove, and ever since then, I've been trying to stay on that groove and get that groove bigger.
Hmm. What what line do you usually play on? What yeah, do they jump you back and forth 1 through 4?
Yeah, I think it just really depends, how you are in the week of practice. I'm kind of fluttering through lines 2, 3, and 4 right now. So, I mean, whatever line I'm on, I'm on. Can't really think about it. I just got to go out there, and every shift I get, I just got to work.
Hmm. You know, it's sure it's never easy, you know, you just want to be out there and try to contribute every way you can, but it doesn't always go your way.
No, it doesn't, and I've learned that a lot this year. Stuff's not always going to go your way. Uh, Especially that you're playing against guys that are up to 20 pounds heavier than you. You're gonna get outworked out of the corner. So I mean, it's just the way you bounce back in your next shift.
Yeah. You know, it's I don't know. I've been to a couple games here. We got Moose Jaw. I live in Moose Jaw. I don't know if I told you this, but
Oh no, you didn't.
yeah. So I've been to a few games, and you know, you watch some of these young guys. They're quick, man, and hopefully one day you get to come here next year.
Yeah, I think I'll probably end up playing there next year. My one of my good buddies actually plays, and two of my good buddies play in Moose Jaw.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, I know. I didn't know. I think when I was chatting with your dad there, he because of the COVID, so it's only in bubbles, I guess, or
Yeah, it's like
regions
it's
now.
we only get to play the other U.S. teams and then the BC teams. So I'm hoping we can make a swing into Saskatchewan and Alberta next year.
Yeah, hopefully. And then, what do you see? You know, I mean, we've talked a lot about hockey now. It's, I think I just saw the Warriors were putting out maybe playoff games. What do you see for the summer? You already got that planned out in order to, because you've kind of got to look into the future here. You know, next year, that's you. You've got to plan out your whole summer and not just go home and party and all that stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I've already got my schedule planned out. I've talked with my trainers, my power skating coaches, my skills coaches. Yeah, so I mean, it's right when I get home. It's right back to work. Uh, I mean, if you want to make the next level, if you want to come in and be that top guy, you have to be outworking everyone. I know there's definitely going to be people that go home and take 2 weeks off, but I've talked with my trainer, and I told him I need to be in the gym as soon as our season ends, is because I'm trying to make that next jump, and hopefully hearing my name um, in the NHL draft, or maybe just even a camp invite, just to experience that. It's what I've been really looking forward to. So as soon as I get home, it's 5 days a week, and then the weekends is relaxed time. Uh, I'm thinking about going to see this stretching lady. It's like uh, it's like yoga. So I'm gonna try to get into some yoga this summer just to see how that goes.
Hmm. What are you guys standing here? What's the standings in that division?
We're actually in a three-way tie right now for a playoff spot.
Ooh, you got what do you say? You got 3 games this weekend coming up,
Yeah,
so you got to win those, man.
yeah, we're playing. We actually just beat top five CHL team, so I mean that was definitely really good for us to do that.
Hmm.
But I think just coming into these 3 games this weekend, we got to look at them like this is a really big playoff push, and we need to possibly come out with 6 points out, 4 points out of the six. So even if we can get three, I know it'll definitely help us out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you got a few more weeks. I guess the end of March, a playoff start. I'm gonna say.
So our last game is on April 16th, and then just to see where the schedule goes from there. See if see if we're in a playoff spot, which I think we will be, and then whoever we end up playing against. So
Hmm. Will you guys be coming this way in the playoffs, or just still in the same division?
it really depends. So uh, depends how far we make it into playoffs.
Hmm.
If we were to make it all the way to the end, I'm sure it'd probably be Edmonton. So that would be pretty sweet.
Edmonton, eh? Yeah. Moose Jaw is doing pretty good.
They're doing really good.
Yeah, yeah.
They
It's
got a good squad.
gonna check out a game here, and you know, you have to do a lot of work. Don't be if I were to say something to you, go keep going. I know a lot of people have watching you and really proud of you, and people you don't even know. And when it comes out, just keep going. Don't be that guy, because there's a lot of tourney season. I've seen this enough. You know, don't aspire to be that tourney player. Keep going. You're doing good. And if you do play tourney, charge them a lot of money.
I got a few. I got a few tournaments. I'm hoping that I can play in and just to talk to people. I know I'm definitely really excited to go watch the younger kids games, people that I don't even know, just to get out there and just to witness native hockey again. I didn't get to see it last year, which really sucked. So I'm hoping this year I can make my way out to a few tournaments, pop in, play some games, and just have fun. Just like I remember as a young kid playing in Edmonton, playing native provincials, playing in Saskatoon, and those were definitely memories that I'll remember forever.
Yeah, you never forget those little tourneys. I think Western hockey, I got to third once.
Yeah,
Third place.
I'll definitely remember Western hockey. That's where my native hockey really honestly all started up. So if I didn't get to experience that, um, I
At
probably wouldn't
Gemini
have got to
4.
experience winning a big native tournament. So, I mean, native hockey's done me a lot. It's brought a lot of happiness to me. I got to travel all the way to the Yukon, so just experience that just by playing native hockey. It was a really good experience. I got to go with a few buddies, so native hockey's definitely shown me a lot just about hockey and finding happiness and playing hockey.
Yeah, it's always cool. You go to all the cookums and hummas and hubbas are always in the stands and they're cheering
Yeah,
you on. It's just like you know, when you play in a small hometown barn, man, it probably just feels like the NHL sometimes.
it does, and honestly, it feels like home because
Yeah.
that's where it really all started.
Yeah, and everyone in every indigenous community, they always enjoy watching sports. Justin from Toronto, man, we got people from everywhere tuning in. It's pretty cool to see. And if there's anything that you want to add to this, we've reached just over 30 minutes into our conversation here. I just want to say thank you again for doing this. And if there's any words you want to add for people, the people listening, the young people listening, I'll leave it for you and we'll finish her off.
Yeah, no, of course. I'm really grateful that you gave me the opportunity to join. Um, these are things that I cherish. Just for the people that are listening, the younger people, um, just look at it the way I did. You're obviously gonna have bad days. You're gonna have good days. So, I mean, it's just the way you look at it for the long run. For me, it was playing hockey. It was putting in the extra work on the side so I could be where I am today. So, for the younger Indigenous kids, it's gonna suck at the start, but you gotta take on those bad days of where you just want to go home or you just want to quit. You gotta take it on and make it into a positive. you're gonna have a bumpy road. So, and that what are you gonna do with that bumpy road is just put your head down, put your work boots on, and just go. Uh, Even if it's not even hockey, even if it's not a sport, if it's with work, with anything, I mean, you gotta put your head down. Days are gonna suck, and there's also gonna be really good days where you're gonna look back and be like, wow. So just about having the mindset of you want to put the work boots on, doing the little extra things just to keep that going. So that's all I really got to say. It's um, just you're looking out for your future self. So whatever you love doing, you just got to give 100% and what you want to do, what you love doing. If that's business, it's sports, basketball, hockey, just all about giving 110%. It's just kind of mentality I have. Things are not going to go your way, but things are not going to go your way all the time, but there's going to be days where everything goes your way, and you're gonna really like that. But when the days are bad, you just gotta look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the night and just ask yourself what you can do next day for the next day so it's better. So you're not egging yourself on about that was for me. It's all that was a bad practice. I can't believe this, and that happened in the game. It's just I got to look at myself in the mirror at the end of the night, ask myself what I could have done better, and then just move forward into that week or that next game of just not thinking of that.
Nezun, good stuff, and hopefully a lot of young people take your words. I know Dusty is going to be taking those words from a WHL player. Dusty is going to take it back to Anzac and use it
Yeah,
for all his hard work. And
yeah, and I just have one more other thing to say. I just want to thank everyone that's cheering me on. Uh, you guys don't understand how much it hits my heart to have this many people cheering me on. I know just from growing up, but this is what I always wanted to do. So to have people by my side and people on my back watching the screen, watching TV, watching me play it really means a lot to me. So I just want to say thank you guys, and I really appreciate it.
yeah, must see Cho, must see Cho for doing all the hard work, because when one Dene kid makes it, we all make it. We get to enjoy that with you. That's why you get all your relatives everywhere, and Dene communities everywhere, all related. So keep going. You're gonna do good, and we're gonna see you in that NHL jersey for sure one day. So once again, thank you for joining me here on Dene Yati podcast, and must see Cho.
Mercy Joe, thank you so much.
All right, we'll chat soon. Alrighty, salot inakuit Dwayne Jean Jr. Adila Taylor. Play hard, they said. Play hard, cheering him on, all the good stuff. He's appreciates all the positive vibes. It's a tough to be away from your family, and I know his dad was just there with him, and but to sometimes trying to adjust to that. You come from the Reds and you go to the big city, so it's good to watch him, and hopefully he gets to come to Musja and I get to watch him play. And then don't you see it? I know Dene la cola. It's always good don't do Dene gode don't do see ganadro don't do yeltsio don't do luma del now but hakia neither, if only we could just watch it all the time, eh? So I don't know. Teza and do Olana steers Igola Nila. Kola kept going with it. So it's always good to see some young people making it. Eight asalot in a dun zinaga balao leo massino anastenza. Duno halunta dult. Yeah. It's been a good visit. Hopefully anytime you see him or see any of his stuff come up on social media, share it, get that out there, and be proud to be Dennis Utlina doing Zinge. Eida Teu Tezu no Habasuga Wale. Si Willis John Vie Hushe Nin Telas Tours in Lalage, Saskatchewan. Clearwater River Dene Nation band member at the Heslion de la Treaty 4 Territorials in Oal Huntati Daza. Have a good night. Masicho Aho.